day 8, I reckon this one is now. You can see me up here. I've got on the blazer today actually, with a bit of a fit check, because it's a little bit cold, so decided to chuck the blazer on. Looking very, very formal and everything, but no, should be fine. I remember last week I was talking so much about how I was being so consistent with my workouts. Hadn't missed a day in over 2 weeks or anything like that. But then I was contemplating taking a rest day on the Friday, which was the last video of these I recorded. And so I did take a rest day on the Friday. And then it's amazing how things happen, because one rest day ended up turning into 2, and then 2 rest days ended up turning into 3, and now here we are. Not consecutively, because, well, today's Wednesday. So I had that one rest day on Friday after I worked out 16 or 17 or 18 days in a row, whatever it was. And then I did work out Saturday, but I had another rest day on Sunday. That one was a bit out of my control, because I had this MRI thing and I had to have this thing injected into my arm. And I was like, I wanted to work out that day, but I was like to the guy, can I work out? And he was like, nah, don't do any workouts. Don't do any gym stuff. So that one is a bit out of my control. But then Monday I did work out. Tuesday though, which was yesterday, I did not. Yeah, Tuesday, which was yesterday, I did not. I had to go to my university to do this training thing. And I should have worked out before it, but I was a bit lazy and I didn't. And then obviously I didn't want to do it when I got home. It was like 5 o'clock already. I was just tired. So yeah, I mean, that's my lesson. It's like, especially when I'm leaving the house that day, because I just find, changing location, I don't know what it does, but it's like changing your location is just like really tiring on like your whole body. It's just fatiguing. Even if it's just like a 15-minute walk to work like this is, obviously you actually do work at work as well, but yeah, so it's like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, work is fatiguing and everything, so yeah, it just shows, how easy it is for one rest day to multiply to 3, but I did work out this morning. And yeah, that's what I'm going to need to do this year. I know I'm going to be busy, so if I am trying to work out, I've got to do it, pretty early in the morning. Before I eat my lunch, I've got to basically have worked out that day. Unless I'm staying home the whole day, in which case I can do it after lunch. Because I think that is still my best preference, to work out after lunch. Just because, like, I can take more time with it and I don't have to rush as much. Because usually if I am doing it before lunch, I'm going somewhere, so I'm usually rushing. So that is my first preference, to do it after lunch. But look, it's probably going to be a lot of the time I do have to do it before lunch, because then I'm going somewhere later in the day. Because I ate my lunch relatively early, probably at like 11:30. So it's like, yeah, it's on the earlier side for lunch. So I try to wake up before that, if I start waking up by about 10:30. So after the stock market opens, I check how my stocks are doing and then go hit a workout. Something like that, Got those dogs back. Good morning. I don't know if you guys heard that. Good morning. Look at me. I'm such a social butterfly. Are you guys proud of my progress? I feel like I'm really stepping out of my shell with this. So yeah, yesterday though, so like I said, I was at my university. We were doing this training thing we just got to for everyone's on the committee that I'm on. And yeah, saw a few familiar faces. I don't know, it's kind of difficult because I feel like a little bit, like everyone kind of knows each other there. And like I know them, but they're all like friends. And so it's like, I was just kind of like the one person there that wasn't friends with everyone. So it was a bit hard to make conversation, It was. But I guess that's life, like you've got like cliques and whatever you call them. But yeah, I mean, you just gotta, I guess, try harder, try to break in different. It's not like I'm trying to like impose myself or anything, but yeah, I don't know. It's difficult, but it is what it is. You just gotta make conversation, you know. I'm not trying to be necessarily best friends with anyone there. I mean, that could be nice though, but it's like, yeah, I'm not aiming for that, you know. Just be friendlier, you know. Just start with that. Be friendlier to people, and it starts with your habits. And I think doing stuff like, yeah, saying good morning to people or nodding as you walk past them, I think is a good way. So gonna start there, and we'll see how things go. But yeah, like I said, it's a bit of a chilly morning, so I did decide to wear the blazer. I haven't worn the blazer yet to work. Actually, no, I did on my very first ever day, but that was last year, and that was just like a half day where I was just kind of trialing. On my first full day, that was day one of this series. But yeah, my very first day, which was a half day, was last year, end of last year. And I did wear this blazer. I remember, because I've got photos of it. I took some photos of myself in the bathroom mirror. But, yeah. No, anyway, we're making good time there as well. We should be early, which is nice. And, yeah, we'll get in, have a good work day. Apparently we're meeting with some client. So that should be good. Yeah. Otherwise, storytelling. I did talk a lot about that last week. You know, retention is storytelling. Storytelling is retention on YouTube and everything. So I have been definitely trying to lock in with that and do a bit more of that, you know. But yeah, it is what it is. Also, yeah, I've watched a bit more content. Oh no, not content. The book I'm reading, 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. And yeah, it just keeps talking about, like, you know, it just keeps talking about, you know, do what you love at the end of the day. Don't wait for other people or anything. Which is true. And it's like, dress how you want. No one else really cares. Same as, you know, applies to videoing yourself and everything. You know, like, people will watch me videoing as they drive by or as we walk past or whatever. But after 10 seconds, they all forget, you know, no one cares really at all. So, it is what it is. So yeah, again, you guys have probably heard me mention that a lot throughout the series, but it is really something I'm trying to overcome. You know, like that fear of filming in public. Yeah, I'm trying to get better with that. So that's a big thing for me. So yeah, I feel like I'm looking good today as well. A little bit of stubble and everything. The hair's growing in nicely as well, since I had that haircut about 2 weeks ago. Trams are so loud. Truck. But I'm excited for work. Stock yesterday went up about $100, which was nice. The Nasdaq and the Dow Jones overnight look like they've been up a tiny bit, but they're pretty much flat. So we'll see how the ASX, the Australian stock market, goes today. Again, I'll probably check it intermittently throughout the trading day, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, anyway, we're just about to get in. I'll close this video off for now, and we'll see each other at my lunch break. What's good, everyone? On my lunch break here today. And yeah, no, it's a nice day. I'm wearing this nice clean white suit, which I look pretty good in, I feel like. It's looking good. I do have a networking event tomorrow, I just remembered, at this nice posh law firm in the city, but that's tomorrow. But yeah, no, that would be cool going there. Today's been good so far. Stock market has been really good for me. I know the overall market is down close to 1%, which is quite a lot, but for me, my stocks have been up quite a lot because a lot of them released their half-yearly results and they were positive. So good for me, happy about that. My overall net worth today, well, once you include, say, the end of the shift, which is to be $225, is honestly probably about another 150-ish. So, what is that, 375? But I mean, stock market's still open, still got to complete the rest of the shift, so it is what it is. But no, it's been fun so far. We got a client coming over in a little bit, so that will be good, that will be exciting. In the office and everything, first time I've been there for one of those, for an actual client in the office. You know, we've had phone calls and Zoom meetings, but not an actual in-person one. So we'll see. Something else I was just seeing, like I was just scrolling on Instagram and I saw this reel of this guy, and he was talking about how in Australia, which is of course where I live, how there's just a big kind of culture of like putting people down that are like trying to do more or like be better, especially in say like the influencer, like really just like social media, you know, people that are trying to like post content, you know, like your friends and stuff, they'll be like, oh, like that's so cringe and stuff, and it's like, it's a real thing, but I don't think it's just in Australia. I think it's all over the world. And I mean, it's just like, like in a perfect world, of course we wouldn't have that, but it's like that's not how life works, you know. There are of course people that are going to be rude to others. That's just the sad reality of life. And again, it's not just about social media or anything, it's about anything, you know. There's just rude people. So that's never going to be something really that we can lessen. Well, we can lessen it, but I highly doubt we'll ever stamp it out completely. Rude people, you know. So it is what it is. You just kind of got to block it all out and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and that's that. Which again, I'm still working on, of course. You guys know me. You know, whenever I'm recording and I'm walking down the street, I'm like, oh, I hope these people don't watch me. But it's like, who cares? You know, who cares? So it is what it is. But I mean, like, I don't know, you kind of sometimes feel like a bit of a fraud posting on social media when, you know, you don't have any followers. It's like, I'm posting content on, you know, the same website as people that have 100 million followers and stuff. But it's like, again, they all started from zero, so it's like, you've got to start somewhere. You know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, everyone starts somewhere, so you just make your way up. It's a nice sunny day here though, so yeah. I'm just gonna keep cracking. I'm gonna keep trying. It is what it is. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, I mean, it is a little bit cringe to be fair, to see, you know, people that, you know, posting content. Like if I see people I know that are like posting stupid kind of TikToks and stuff, like I'm not gonna say it to them because I don't want to be rude, you know. I want to promote an environment where obviously everyone's nice to each other, so I'm not going to say it, of course. But I mean, it's like the thought does cross your mind, you know. As I'm sure anyone that knew me in real life that saw me making content, you know, the thought would cross your mind that, hey, this is a bit cringe, what's this guy on about? You know, I knew this guy for like 10 years and I didn't think he was ever going to do something like this. Which is fair. So, you know, I don't begrudge anyone for thinking it. But again, it's just kind of, you don't want to be rude to people. You never want to be rude to people. You know, I don't think that's ever a good thing to do. But yeah, to each their own. Maybe you could say you're protecting them by telling them their content sucks, because then they can just move on and get on with a real job, quote unquote. But yeah, anyway, that's all for now. I will talk to you guys on the way home. What's good, everyone? Just finished work and guess what? Got that post-work glow. You already know. So yeah, here I am. Good work day. Net worth update. I think the stocks went up overall by about $100-ish. So now that the stock market is closed, I can conclude that. So add that to the $225 from work. That's $325 added to the net worth for today, which is nice. I was talking about it a few videos ago about how, you know, the motivation and the kind of novel newness of waking up at 6 a.m, working a 9 to 5 is kind of waning now that I've been doing it for about 2, 3, 4 weeks. So now it's like, to get done everything again, I'm really relying on discipline, such as working out. You know, like I have taken 3 rest days off in the past 5 days or 6 days, you know, when I had done like 16 straight days before that, probably all due to like motivation. So yeah, I'm really gonna have to be relying on discipline now. But luckily I feel like that's something I'm good at. I'm decent at least. I feel like I look back at certain periods of my life and I'm like, I was so disciplined, you know, at that point. Like I look back in when I was 17, 18 years old, I feel like I was really disciplined back there. You you know, say studying every day and everything for school, in your final years of school and everything. I felt like I was really good with that back then. But first year, second year of uni, you know, the years directly after that, last 2 years of high school, I feel like I was not that good. I feel like I was quite undisciplined. And you know, I think some of that is due to the fact of like, after you go through a period of being so disciplined, you're like, okay, like I'm about to get to the other side, so it's like I can discipline myself for a little bit longer. And then yeah, you become really undisciplined. So expected, but it's like, again, I'm in my 4th year of university right now. 2nd year of university was 2 years ago. I'm really at that point where it's like, got to become disciplined again. Like, I mean, it was really probably like that last year as well, but I want to take it up a notch this year, certainly. Just be my absolute best self, you know. Because it's like in that time when I'm not being disciplined, like, I would never say like having actual fun, like in the real world, is bad, you know. But it's like the times I want to avoid is like scrolling on your phone. Like, scrolling on your phone is not your best self in any shape, way or form. You know, like maybe posting content is definitely, but not just scrolling. And so something like that is what I want to cut out. But say like hanging out with friends. But say, you know, hanging out with friends is definitely time I can keep in my life and in my schedule. Because like that stuff is good. You're in the real world and it's improving you, and it's good for your overall kind of mental self, you know, to be doing that stuff. But stuff like scrolling is not good for you in any way, shape or form, like I just said. So yeah, obviously you don't want to overdo it with social stuff, because I mean it can get to a point bad, but also it can be overwhelming, but also to a point it can just take away too much time from the other goals you want to focus on. So yeah, I mean, everything in balance, of course, but like just going hard at stuff like posting content, practicing my skills and stuff like storytelling, which I mentioned before. That stuff I feel like I can definitely put more time in. To be honest, I was thinking about this just the other day. I reckon you only need to put about 2 hours into something every day. Like, you don't really need to put more than that into like any skill or any hobby or habit really you're just doing. You know, like working out, you don't really need to do more than 2 hours a day. Reading books, you don't really need to do more than 2 hours a day. Like, I'm only reading really for maybe like 15-20 minutes a day at this point, but it's like if I was doing 2 hours, that's pretty much the absolute max, I feel like. Again, stuff like recording videos, practicing skills like storytelling, you don't really need to do that for more than 2 hours a day. That's pretty much the cap on it, I would say. Usually stuff like work, you know, it's an 8-hour day, 9 till 5. So I mean that's just what that is. But it's like, you can probably, I mean, you guys probably know the Pareto rule. 20%, or no, 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort. So I mean, if you shorten the 8-hour workday down to 2 hours, you probably get most of that 8-hour productivity done in it. Probably about 6 hours worth in 2 hours or something. Anyway, I'm pretty much home. I will see you guys in the next video.